When I was a child, probably around 9 years old, I wanted to be like a bird and fly through the sky. And so I decided that I was going to give it a shot. And I had given a lot of thought as to how I was going to actually accomplish this goal. And I thought, if I just put my mind to it, I would be able to fly like a bird. But I knew that I needed to propel myself in some way, so I decided to use my brother's bike ramp. I remember looking down the sidewalk at the bike ramp, and I don't even know if kids still make bike ramps or not, but it's essentially just a piece of plywood with bricks underneath it, like holding it up like this. So I remember looking down the sidewalk at the bike ramp and knowing this was totally going to work. So I run down the sidewalk, I propel myself up onto the bike ramp, and right after that I fell flat on my face and I chipped my front tooth and I totally scratched up my chin. My mother was not happy about that at all, because it turns out I cannot fly like a bird. No matter how hard I thought about it, I just wasn't going to be able to. But now I realize that I can fly, but only metaphorically speaking. There are many lessons that we can learn from birds, and so this morning I'm going to share some with you. Lesson 1, spend time in nature. Now, I will admit this has been a little more difficult lately with the COVID going on. At least down here in Florida, the beaches have been closed and the parks have been closed, but we have still been able to walk around our neighborhood. So I encourage you to walk around your neighborhood and notice the plants and the animals around you. Many people, myself included, feel most connected to spirit when they are outside. I envy the birds, that they are surrounded by the natural world at all times, except on days that it's like really hot and humid down here in Florida. I know it gets hot up in Chicago. I've been up there in July. So on those particular days, I am pretty grateful to be inside with my air conditioner. Another lesson from birds: be present and aware of your surroundings. So that means put your phone down, watch what's going on around you, live in the moment, and notice what is happening. I will fully admit that there are days that I'm on my patio or outside with my dog in the backyard, and instead of looking around me, I am scrolling Facebook. So I encourage you to be present and aware of your surroundings. Lesson 3, spend time with your flock and enjoy good company. Birds seek strength and sustenance from one another, and that teaches us how important it is to keep our friends and our families close to us as we navigate our days. Now, here's where I'm going to completely contradict what I just said in the last lesson. I encourage you to get your phone, put your phone in front of your face, put your computer screen in front of your face, call people on the phone, and stay connected. We're so blessed to have technology because we're so isolated from one another physically, but we don't have to be isolated because of technology. We can stay in touch with one another. And so I encourage you to do that, because it takes a toll on us to not be with our flock. Lesson 5, make sure you eat enough protein and fresh food in season if possible. Honestly, I have not exactly been eating like a bird during the quarantine. A lot of comfort food has been consumed. My teenage boys and I have been baking together. I'm not a big sweets person, but it's been a really nice bonding experience, and they love it. They love sweets. So it's okay. I would tell you it's okay if you want to eat cake for breakfast. Preferably not every morning. Just throw in some good healthy food. Make your body happy. Eat some broccoli Even when all you want to eat is macaroni and cheese on some days. Believe me, I understand. They're calling it the quarantine 15, like the freshman 15. It's okay. Just try to treat your body as best as you can. Lesson 6, sing your song so others can hear you and be confident. Birds learn to trust themselves before they take off to the sky. So I encourage you, trust yourself. Be yourself. Think about how boring the world would be if only one bird chirped, or if only one bird sang the most beautiful of songs. We need more than that. We need variety. So even if you think you're not the best at something, still sing your song, do your thing. Love yourself for who you are. Lesson 7, perch for a moment and rest when you need to take a break. As a mother, I am a pretty driven person, and this one speaks to me. This pandemic certainly has forced many of us to rest when we're not really used to resting, when we might be used to go, 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 do all the time. But it's okay. Perch and rest when you need a break. Don't burn yourself out. And finally, when you're ready to move on, let go of the branch you're clinging to and move forward and trust that your wings are going to carry you. There are times in our life that we have to dig deep and trust in God or the universe or whatever you call that thing that is larger than yourself and that carries us and holds us. And we have to trust in ourselves to let go of the branch. Sometimes we need a little shove, like a mama bird shoves the baby bird out of the nest. And that's why we have community, right? I am grateful to God and my colleagues and people in my life who have given me that shove when I needed that shove. Taking off for the first or second or third or fourth time can be a little scary. But without taking the risk of flight, we won't find the internal freedom that we desire. We must dare to take our feet off the ground and spread our wings and soar. I suspect that many of us have or are currently dealing with things in our life that we want to do or need to do, but fear is keeping us from testing our wings and learning how to fly. A few things come to my mind, such as ending an unhealthy relationship, or beginning to search for a new relationship, or making new friends. It can be scary. Getting a job or changing jobs, retiring from your current job. Moving is huge, or traveling. Someday we'll be able to travel again, going someplace that you've never been before. And a heavy one, a really, really heavy and frightening one, can be acknowledging that you have an addiction and deciding that you need to do something about it. This is an opportunity. It's uncomfortable, but this is an opportunity for you to fly and no longer be burdened by the weight of the addiction. So I encourage you, if this is something that's on your mind, reach out to people in your community for help. I love this quote from Mary Oliver. I want to think again of dangerous and noble things. I want to be light and frolicsome. I want to be improbable, beautiful, and afraid of nothing, as though I had wings. Life is full of dangerous and noble things. To delight in it and take it on without fear and with an appreciation for all of its beauty is like having wings. I pray that we all learn to trust our wings. And I pray that we pay attention to the teachers who are committed to helping us learn how to fly. And when the time comes, fly. May it be so. Blessed be. Amen.